And there we go. Well, let's go make a quick trip out of that. Look at that. Yeah. We picked up one. He counted the boat with us. Excuse me, sir. What's going on, Minecraft and YouTube? My name is Preacher, and we are back. Alright, so most of y'all didn't even realize it, but I've actually been gone for an entire week. So we're back, and I've been missing the game. I've been wanting to play, and but I've been down in Atlanta, Georgia, for the last week, and so it was fun. Don't get me wrong. We went and saw Stone Mountain. We went to the Georgia Aquarium. We went and did all kinds of stuff. Me and my boys and my wife, and but we're back, and I want to get some stuff done. We have been doing in the past couple of weeks. Our last couple of episodes, I should say. In the last couple of episodes, we have been making lots of progress in the game. But one thing that we haven't been doing is we haven't been building up our base area and everything. We made the move, and as you saw, I actually built me an ice road in the nether, and we were able to move it over all of our stuff, all the items that we had accumulated over at the starter base. We moved them all over here inside the tree trunk, but we don't have any additional resources coming in. So that's one of the things that I want to get started in this episode. I want to go over here and I want to start on some farms. Ooh, an ocelot. We're going to have plenty of vines, I can tell you that. Look, they're growing all up over the hillside and the mountainside. That's going to actually be a problem in this world, the vines, because we're going to have to get some string and all kinds of good stuff. But for now, I want to start off with some basic farms, okay? So first thing I want to do is I want to come over here and plant like a wheat farm, okay? So let me get a wheat farm in, and I'll come back and show you what we're looking at. Okay, so what we got a nice little wheat farm going on here, all right? And nothing too complex, but I want to start building. What was that? That was something dark. Is it a black sheep? No, it's an Enderman. I need you. Come here. Go. I need your pearl. That's what I need. Where'd you go? There you are. Come here. Well, did you drop a pearl? No. Okay. So what we have up here on top of the hill, I wanted to make this right here a villager powered wheat farm right here. Okay. And so, very simple, we need to make a composter to go right here on top of this. And then underneath, we're going to make a rail line that's going to pick up, and apparently we got a parrot down here. We're going to have a rail line that's going to pick up the extra wheat that the farmer does not pick up. Okay? So we're going to fill the farmer's inventory with a bunch of seeds. And that will work really, really good. And that way we don't ever actually have to come over here and harvest this wheat field unless we want to. And anytime you make a tiered farm like this right here, most of the time these are here for decorations. If you wanted to come in here and, oh, there is an ender pearl. I didn't get close enough to it. Look at that. I found one. Cool. Anyway, making these multi-tier wheat farms, they're kind of difficult to harvest because you start dropping down, you start breaking croplands and all that stuff. I like to leave these here as just decorative, and then I like to make a villager powered farm that I can harvest. I don't have to harvest at all. I just come over here and pick it up from what the villager leaves behind. And so anyhow, but to do this, in order for us to get a villager over here, I need a place for the villager to live. And in order to do that, we're going to need to do a little bit of work. All right, that was my infinite water source. We're going to take just a couple of those, and we're going to fill that in. And what we're going to do, I think, let's just plant it. Yeah, let's plant it right there. We're going to grow up a generic jungle tree. All right, and then we're going to modify it from there. I'm hoping this right here will be a little bit shorter. I don't want it to grow up big, huge, tall, straight tree. I want this right here to try to be one of those shorter ones that's kind of stubby. We'll see what we get when we grow it, though. And it's not real stubby. It is a little stubby. It's not one of the super tall ones. All right, so that's kind of good. We'll work with this. All right, perfect. Now we got the base of the tree, and as you can see, it kind of looks a little odd. It looks a little heavy at the bottom, and that's fine. We're gonna grow this thing right here. I'm gonna take the rest of this bottom, and we're gonna send it up, and we're gonna branch it off a little bit, and fill out the top, most definitely. But for now, I'm actually running really behind on getting this episode out. So what I want to do is try to focus on getting a villager in here, getting him started collecting, and getting the rail cart system in before I work on any more of the decoration than we already have. Okay, that way we can kind of hurry this process along. It is now, I usually try to get my episodes out at 2:30 every single day. It is now almost 1 o'clock on a Monday, and so I'm behind. I'm way behind. Go over there. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, so now the villager, you can see that the villager is over here. He's nice and happy. He's got a bed. He's got a little house inside the tree trunk. I did go ahead and put the trapdoors up here to keep him getting to the composter. I could hear the composter. I could hear him working at the workstation. I don't know if in Bedrock, if it's the same thing. Like in Java Edition, when they work on the workstation, they are depositing their goods into that composter. And so if they're doing that, if he's doing that, then he's getting rid of the stuff in his inventory. Thus, he'll actually pick up more stuff. And it's going to rain. So let me get inside here. I'm going to sleep, and then I'm going to work on getting the rail cart system installed underneath, so that once his inventory is full, we can start picking up the drops and everything. We can start picking up the wheat. Was a quick and easy farm, and what I did, I went back while we were waiting on this thing right here to start producing. I went back and I did add one little column, I guess what you would call it, of I don't like how to parrots are like drawn to this place. I don't know what it is. Every time I come over here, there's a parrot. But I do have a little bit of a cough, and I apologize if any of those have squeaked through in this video. But we do, like, I added this little column right here of blocks, and that's just to kind of make that tree just look a little bit bigger. We'll probably come back and fill it out just a little bit more on that side, and maybe on this front side here, because from this angle over here, ooh, another cow. From this angle over here, it's still 1x, all right, or 2x2, and so we may come back and build it out just a little bit more. But you see, I filled out the top a little bit, and I filled out, I put another whole branch over there. I really am interested in getting this cow. Yeah. Yay, 2 cows. And some experience. All right. So, back over to the farm. Let's see if we can watch it work. So, all right. Now, the villager should come out. And as he comes out, he's going to start harvesting these wheat that are ready to be harvested. So, like that one, these two. He's going to start harvesting, and his inventory is actually full. You can see he's not picking up the bundles of wheat. He's picking up. There he picked up one. There you go. But he's not picking up all of them. No, I didn't pick that one up. It got picked up by the hopper. See? And so they will sit there. Those two right there will sit there until. Yep. See, they got picked up by the hopper, and the hopper underneath is collecting and putting them in this chest. And so we got this nice little thing right here off to the side that we can see. Now it's not been harvesting for very long, but it is harvesting. And so what we've done is we've integrated a nice decorative farm, right? We have a huge decorative farm, and we've put kind of sectioned off just a little section just for our automatic farm, and a villager powered automatic farm. And so that way we get kind of the best of both worlds. And so from a distance, it looks really cool. You got a nice big custom tree. You got the farmer over there. But then also you have the nice, beautiful, and see just from this angle right here with the tree hiding all of the farmer, you can see that it's nice and decorative wheat farm. And so I think that's really, really cool. That's the way I like to do things. I like to have form and function and be just pretty. All right. It is. I know I said something about trying to get this done and try to get the video out by around 2:30 or something like that there. But it's like 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and we had a big thunderstorm come through, threatened to drop a tornado on us, and I mean just all kinds of, and now it's done to sunset, and then I'm just gonna anyway, as I was saying before we were interrupted by the sun setting, this build is done. I think it looks beautiful. Look, we got 2 big patches of the wheat growing out here in the front. A couple little trees growing in the middle of that big tree, which is also the house to our villager. I think it looks amazing. I would like to eventually kind of come up the side of the hill right here just a little bit further and kind of come around and encompass this entire build right here. But that's something I can do off camera. Y'all get the kind of the gist of it. The main thing is, like, when you're building one of these things, you try to hide your water sources. Like, I think the water source here is actually up underneath that tree. And then and you just hide your water sources. There's one. See that one? It's kind of hidden up underneath a block, or underneath. There's actually some water sources right like in underneath this thing. And a couple of, maybe one right there or something like that. And so those are just slabs. And so you can hide a water source under a top slab. And so that works really, really well. You can find all kinds of different ways that you can hide water sources throughout your world. But I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it is go in there and try to hide your water sources. Remember your distances and everything. I do have like animals, I guess, walking through here, and they're causing these things. And so, I don't know what I can do about that other than turn off, animal griefing. But I don't want to do that either, because you turn off animal griefing and your sheep can't eat the grass. If your sheep can't eat the grass, they can't grow their wool back. So that's a problem. All right. But hey, that's about it for this episode. And hey, I appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. And if you want to see more stuff like this, we got a lot more farms to build. This is the beginning. We needed something to build to feed our sheep to multiply them. Anyhow, if I don't see you again, I hope to see you in heaven.